So here we are. Just I know Danny is off this evening, and I think he mentioned next weekend. So it may just be the two of us. I don't know if Larry is going to be dropping by or any of these other aspiring writers. But John, you have a script this evening, and
No, I always have
congratulations.
scripts.
So I hear you had a bad con over the weekend. So sorry to hear about that. That's what it's like to be in the game sometimes. Sometimes you do cons and they're no good. But I
Ah,
also my con that I did was also not exactly spectacular in terms of sales and compared to like what I usually do. So Free Comic Book Day may have been kind of putting a bit of a spanner in the works.
yeah. Well, when the dude promises people 10,000 people are going to show up, and I had 40 signups to my mailing list, and half of them were other vendors.
Oh wow, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes on like a totally dead show. You just start selling the other vendors, like check out my comic book.
I mean, there was nobody else there.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't do. I mean, I was fortunate that it's 3 hours away from me, and
yeah.
I talked to one dude who came all the way down from Massachusetts.
Wow, that's hardcore.
Yeah, he's the one that
Yeah.
said he was promised 10,000 people were going to show up. I heard somebody had come as far as LA to this show.
Hmm. All right,
So,
and you propose something else, which I'd never heard of, which is using Substack instead of Mailchimp.
yeah,
Okay, because like I've got like 7,500 people now,
I
and
have no I have
yeah,
no idea how well that's going to as I
okay,
said, I look
7,500 active people. If you talk about like people who have unsubscribed, then the number goes up even more. Uh, so you know,
I have about 1,300,
yeah,
and as I said, I haven't made a dime off of them, so I'm like paying $30 a month just as
yeah.
like that's not doable.
All right, fair enough. What do you mean
So,
you make you like you track and they don't buy?
nope, at least not on Kickstarter,
Oh, it
because
sucks.
I send them
Yeah.
referral links and they don't buy,
Oh, it
and
sucks. I'm sorry. Well, hey,
I
I'm here for you. My referral links buy, right?
oh yeah,
So, you
you're
know,
a good one to have.
that's just anyway. I think Super Killer now over 25,000 for whatever the hell that's worth. Hey, what can I say? I knew when Vito came on and presented that idea, I'm like that's gonna be good. Not necessarily because it's the best, but because like Vito has a following, and that's a pretty good comic concept. Yeah, I, I'm helping people turn their life passion into comic books, and for that I am not ashamed. All right, John, looks like it might just be you and I. So we have your pages here. We have a rewrite of Harpies. We also have Palace issue 5.
Ooh,
Which one do you want to go through?
let's do Palace.
Okay.
Man, you really want to bring Palace issue 5 when nobody's around?
I mean, yes.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up the appropriate project because that's issue 4. I need issue 5. Good old writer duet. It's just writing up a storm. All right, you want to narrate?
Sure.
All right. We'll also need you to be the voice of Edmund.
All right, page 1, panel 1. Samantha frowns as she listens outside the dungeon door. Tie the bitch to the block so we can smash her pretty face to a bloody pulp. Panel 2. Naked, Thora lies face down over a large wooden block suspended by a meter above the ground by ropes secured to the block and tackle system in the ceiling. Her pillory board fits into a groove at the front of the block.
I just
Edmund
want to say No passive verbs. You see, no passives. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I don't know. I don't know why people find this so challenging, but all right. Anyway.
Edmund sadistically relishes the moment as Tabitha and Akasha follow his orders and secure the rest of Thora's body with rope.
I obey the orders of the Queen's servant, but take no pleasure in this.
Panel 3, Edmund smiles as he stands behind Thora and, using the ropes suspending the block, pulls her toward him. Well, you can't hold it against me if I enjoy my work. Panel 4, above angle, using the ropes, Edmund pulls Thora's naked ass into the seat of his pants. Here's a preview of what's to come, you stupid wretch. And to think all you had to do was beg for it. Did you think yourself too good for me? Come on, you worthless whore. Page 2, panel 1. Viewed in profile, having released the ropes, Edmund gives both of Thora's butt cheeks a firm slap with both of his hands. Speed lines show the block moving forward towards a stone wall, threatening to force Thora's restrained head into the
Yeah, hold on.
face.
Let me get rid of the. Into it.
Tabitha and Akasha stand aside, uncomfortable with the scene, but powerless to stop it. Beg! Spank.
I have a big spank.
Page 3, panel 1. At the high point of the block's arc, Thora's face comes uncomfortable close to the stone wall.
Uncomfortably. Let me do uncomfortably close. There we go.
Viewed from the front, Thora's face expresses concern as the block swings back toward Edmund. Beg, or I'll ruin that pretty face of yours. Edmund gives Thora's ass another hard two-handed slap, bringing a bright redness to her alabaster skin. Smack! Ha ha ha! Panel 4, profile. Thora's face comes closer to the wall and shows surprise at finding the face of Eshkagral there.
Greetings, mortal. And we have
Page 4, panel 1. Foreground. Thora's face recovers her composure as the block swings away. Background. Edmund smiles as he prepares to spank her again. Or you're going to scream a lot more than that. Panel 2, series of panels, all in profile. Speed lines show Thora's face approaching Ereshkigal as the block swings forward.
Have no fear.
Panel 3, series of panels. Thora's face pulls away from Ereshkigal as the block swings away.
We cannot avoid the suffering life brings, but you can find purpose in it.
Panel 4, series of panels. Thora's face swings towards Ereshkigal.
And that's all I ever offer those who worship me. Would you like that? We have a yes.
Panel 5, series of panels. Thora's face swings away.
Then rejoice.
Panel 6, series of panels. Thora puckers her lips as the face swings towards Ereshkigal.
And give your goddess a kiss.
Page 5, panel 1, series of panels, all in profile. Thora's face smashes into the wall. Crunch. Panel 2, series of panels. Blood flies as her face smashes into the wall again. Crunch. Panel 3, series of panels. More blood flies as her face smashes into the wall a third time, snapping her neck back at an unnatural angle. Snap. Panel 4, Tabitha and Ereshkigal grab the ropes of the block to slow its momentum. Edmund gleefully reports Thora's demise. Did you hear that? Panel 5, standing outside the cell door, Samantha cringes as her name is called. Samantha, get down here. I think we broke this bitch's neck. Panel 1. Page 6, panel 1. Samantha storms into the room, venting her rage at Edmund, who raises his hand to calm the out-of-control female. Thora's body lies tied to the block. A number of red handprints give color to her ass. Her head lies slumped straight down. Tabitha and Akasha stand aside, secretly relieved the scene has ended.
I am not here to function. Should be at your beck and call, Sir Edmund. Thora's life was to be preserved for public execution.
Just heal her so we can proceed. Panel 2, Samantha points Edmund out. of the cell as Tabitha and Akasha step toward him.
Governess Tabitha and Akasha, and you know what? That should be a comma. Escort this pig out of my sight.
Panel
Okay,
3.
yes, I think.
Samantha's
Yeah.
hand glows red as she channels her life magic into Thor's mangled body.
O great Viviax, most profane whore in hell, please revive this wretch for your further amusement.
Page 7. Panel 1. Still covered in her own blood, but otherwise unharmed, Thor snaps back to consciousness as Samantha commands her to life.
Enjoy the gift of life from hell's most cruel mistress. We're like, gah.
Panel 2. Samantha cradles Thor's head in her
Why don't you
hands.
take over Thora, since it's just conversation between those two?
Samantha cradles Thor's head in her hands as she looks down at her naked, bound captive.
Oh, my poor confused child. I know how horrible men can be. I tried to warn you myself, child, many times.
Panel 3. Samantha cups Thor's jaw in her left hand as she prepares to bitch slap her helpless captive for her lack of faith.
Only to have you betray your faith at the first opportunity.
Panel 4. Maintaining control of Thor's wincing face with her left, Samantha brings her right hand back for an open hand slap.
How are you not the stupid, worthless bitch that Edmund says you are?
Page 8, Panel 1. Samantha slaps the humiliated, helpless Thor, bound hand and foot, to the pillory block.
Answer me that.
Ugh.
So that's the first 8 pages.
Oh.
What do you think? Did you like anything about it?
I'm trying to. So.
All right.
I like the way your torture scene was dark.
Yes.
Without being rapey. I mean, it was.
Right.
But at the same time, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I think you had a line and you stuck with it, and I think that worked.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think, going, especially in issue 5, because this is the last issue, right?
It is the last issue, yeah.
Yeah.
I realized how it ended, and I think it's brilliant. Like, I think, this is going to be a cool story that people are going to love.
Cool. Yeah, no, a lot of times people complain, having a female lead getting raped is tropey, and a lot of times people get turned off by that. So I think the way that you handled it in this situation kind of avoids those issues while still getting the point across.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that worked. And maybe I couldn't tell from the art direction, was Thora trying to kill herself?
No.
Okay, so all right. So her head, she was not trying to smash her head into the wall.
No, she was on a block that they were swinging into the wall.
She was swinging into the wall, or the block was swinging?
She was tied to a block swinging into the wall.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But she had no control over it, or
no, she was tied to a block swinging into the wall.
Okay. No, it's fine. Yeah, I just wasn't sure exactly how that was looking, or if she was trying to figure out a way to end her suffering.
No.
I did think this whole kind of goddess versus goddess thing could be really, really cool, depending on how you develop that. So I think if that's where you're going with that, I think that might be a pretty cool idea and pretty cool visually. So yeah, I'm intrigued.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you like it. And I like Samantha comes in, heals it, and just smacks the shit out of her. Like, no, dumb bitch. Smack. All right. Anyway, I was having fun. This is
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah, I was at an RPG con over the weekend, and I sold like a bundle of the module and the minis and comic books. And one guy bought the bundle. He came out the next day. I read the first 2 issues. Man, I can't wait for issue 3. I'm working on it, sir.
Didn't you have issue 3 to sell him?
Issue 3 is not done.
Oh, so you're like me. You're just getting ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have like covers and stuff, but yeah, I don't have the image. So I emailed Keith Garvey today. We'll see what he says. Try and get him on the schedule.
Yeah.
I know he mentioned he was busy.
Yeah. Bitrush is right. He's got like a 3 or 4 month lead time.
I don't mind getting in line in 3 or 4 months. That's fine.
No, I don't mind either, as long as I know it's going to happen. I can work with that.
Yeah.
That's so.
All right, here we are. We have harpies.
Yeah.
The best harpies. The super good harpies. So, page 19. Why don't you tell us about what goes into the pages before we see this one?
So we are picking up. This is the end of issue 1.
Okay.
We are picking up with so previously,
yeah,
I had a very sci-fi-esque
yeah.
Captain America, supervillain origin story for Orion.
Yeah.
And after we kind of went over it, I was like, yeah, that doesn't really work. It doesn't fit with the world. And let's dial it up to 11. So we are now basically going uber mad scientist, which I think will fit better with the world and the story, and will just be hopefully way more fun. So that's quite literally where we're picking up. It's just a rewrite of that basic section. I also cut a lot of the characters out too. So there's basically only one doctor instead of a group of doctors. Mueller, who is our big bad, and then Orion, who is basically going to be our supervillain lieutenant.
Okay.
That's basically what we're setting up, is that she's going to end up being Mueller's lieutenant for at least the next couple issues. So.
All right. So page 19, and how many pages is your comic going to be?
I think it's 20. Oh, this is 19 to 25. So
25.
I think,
okay. 25. Yeah, that's an awkward number to end on.
Well, no. There's still like, I left in the last pages. This is just these pages. I think this issue is going to be 26 pages.
Okay. All right.
So I think there's one other page, but I decided not to include it here because we already read it. And
yeah, screw that page. That page sucks. All right, 19. We got 5 panels. Hecate Biolab Experimentation Chamber, windowless. Unlike the brightness of the training room, this room looks like a damp underground cave. At the center is a metal chair hooked into a massive Tesla coil.
Bless you.
Off to the side, a rolling blackboard and a counter with various boiling chemicals. Panel 1. Orion and Mueller stand by the door, having just entered. Orion now wears a virtually see-through white gown, completely nude underneath, showing her petite frame and B-sized breasts. Clearly a John Lamont script.
Oh, clearly.
Yes.
Doctor, this is Orion.
Panel 2. The Doctor.
You can read for the Doctor. You had fun with that last time.
Your comically stereotypical mad scientist type is a 40s-ish... Hold on. Hello, Larry. Sometimes you should come on the show for us. We would like to see you. ... Anyway. The Doctor, your comically stereotypical mad scientist type, is a 40s-ish pudgy man wearing a white lab coat, rubber gloves, his salt and pepper hair spiked in all directions. He leans into Orion, uncomfortably close, staring at her breasts and rubbing his hands. While he is 13 centimeters taller than Orion, he stands 10 centimeters shorter than Mueller. Ah, yes, I see. So delicious.
I want you to start her on the treatment.
Okay. All right. Almost done with whatever you're doing. I wish you all the best. Godspeed.
Apparently, it's more important than writing.
Apparently.
Okay.
Page. The doctor looks up at Mueller quizzically. Orion looks away, her expression as one ready to vomit at the stench he lets off. But she is a woman. We've never tested it on. All right, cool. Well, you're working hard, Larry, and good on you. Panel 4, the doctor gropes Orion's breast over her gown, licking his lip. Okay, John Lamont just turned up to 11. All right.
I warned you.
Okay. She winces, muscles tight, fists clenched, her face keeping her gaze away from Mueller and the doctor. One of her kind. Mueller grabs the doctor's, I think that should be possessive hand, pulling it away from Orion. The doctor returns his gaze to Mueller as he holds his arm high. Orion stands, keeping her gaze away from them, still uncomfortable, his arms crossed over his chest.
Prepare the first treatment, doctor.
Of course, of course. I feel like a Yabo could have gone there, but anyway, I don't know if he's German.
He should be. I should change that.
Yeah, then we need a Yabo. Yabo.
I'm probably going to have Danny letter this as they're speaking German to each other, and Orion doesn't speak German.
Yeah, I
So
hope you get a chance to listen to the pages I submitted, Larry. I think that would further your opinion. Anyway, go ahead.
no, basically Mueller and the doctor are speaking German to each other,
Yes.
and Mueller is speaking English to Orion because Orion does not speak German.
Okay.
So it'll be lettered, hopefully, in a way that kind of distinguishes the change in language. But anyway,
page 20, panel 3, interior Hecate Biolab experimentation chamber, windowless. Mueller faces Orion, his hands reassuringly on her shoulders. Background: the doctor stands by the boiling chemicals, gestures with his hands towards the chair at the center of the room.
This is your last chance to back out.
That bitch is why my father is dead, and now she claims to have the power of the Most High. The heretic will die by my hand. Have a seat when you are ready. Panel 2, Orion, now fully new. Okay. Fully, okay. All right, John. All right.
We're going there.
Now fully nude, sits in the steel chair. Standing beside the chair, Mueller fastens one of the leather straps to around her arm. All right, John.
It's cold. First dose is always the hardest.
Panel 3, the doctor stares up at Mueller. Background: Orion remains in the chair, both hands and her legs strapped to the chair. If she dies, can I have her body? For science, of course.
If she dies, I may start to wonder why I keep you around, Doctor.
Ah. 21, we're still there. The doctor holds up a beaker of boiling white milky liquid. A saline base. Panel 2, the doctor pours it in a teaspoon of white powder. Cocaine powder for enhanced pain resistance. Panel 3, the doctor uses an eyedropper to add a bright yellow liquid to the beaker. Curcumin for prowess. Panel 4, the doctor pours in a teaspoon of purple powder. Anthoniacins for enhanced cognition. Panel 5, the doctor holds out a silver box with a glowing green Hecate stone inside. He beams an evil grin. And now, page 22, the doctor uses an anvil, chisel, and chasing hammer to break off a piece of the green stone. Panel 2, the doctor grinds up a green shard into a mortar with a fire powder with a pestle while whistling a merry tune. Panel 3, the doctor pours the green glowing crystalline powder into the pedestal with the grayish-brown boiling liquid, which causes the liquid in the beaker to turn bright green. Panel 4, with a comically large steel needle, the doctor extracts the boiling liquid. A glass window in the side of the needle shows the glowing liquid inside. Panel 5, Mueller glances a bit inside Orion's mouth. The doctor holds the needle, grinning from ear to ear.
Bite down. It'll help.
It's my beautiful patient ready for insemination. Page 22, we have panel 1. John, you're missing some good stuff. Or no, Larry, you're missing out tonight, man. These were not the scripts to miss. Panel 1, the doctor grabs Orion's red hair, pulling her head to the side, exposing her neck, her eyes open wide and crazed. I'm going to inject this into your thyroid. It might sting a little.
Grr.
Panel 2, the doctor violently stabs Orion, injecting the needle. The doctor leans back, moaning like he's orgasming. A trickle of blood comes down Orion's neck from the injection site.
I think that's the wrong site. Is that the wrong site? Injection site?
No, I mean, that's where you injected it.
Okay.
Yeah. Ah! Panel 3, close up. Orion's eyes go bloodshot with bright green vein lines. Panel 4, Orion's biceps flex, tightening, becoming more defined. The veins in her arm appear to glow green. Page 5, Orion's stomach tightens, showing defined abdominal muscles and V lines around her pelvis. The tendons appear to glow green. Panel 6, Orion's hips and buttocks tighten as the veins glow green under her skirt. Page 24, panel 1, splash page. Orion sits in the chair, centered on this page, still strapped to the chair. The doctor stands to the side, having flipped a comically large switch. The Tesla coils behind the chair light up, sending out arcs of electricity which dance across the walls. Electrical cables run from the Tesla coil to the metal chair, sending massive amounts of current into Orion. Her hair stands on end, pinning her to the chair. The doctor cackles a maniacal laugh. No, ha, 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 ha. Page 25, panel 1. The doctor flips the switch off. Panel 2, Orion slumps over in the chair unconscious. The bit falls out of her mouth. Drool runs down her chin and strings down the bit. Down to the bit. Panel 3, Mueller removes his dark goggles.
Doctor?
Panel 4, the doctor leans over Orion's unconscious body, his ears close to her nose and mouth listening for breathing while his hand touches her inner thigh. She's not breathing. I get to keep her body. Panel 5. Orion bites the doctor's hair off.
That should be ear off.
Ear off. All right. He recoils in pain as blood spurts out. Panel 6. Wide-eyed and raging, Orion grits the torn ear in her teeth, blood on her lips and chin. She stares at the doctor, cold on the floor, nursing his bleeding head.
Touch me again and I'll rip off more body parts.
All right. Exciting. I can't think of anything that you need to work on. I think you definitely nailed that one. That one feels like the scene works. It's I love it. I love everything about it. It's hold on. Wait. This just in. Did you type makeup porn of Ang Lee's come on with unreleased 90s Captain America? And there we go. I guess we did, yes.
I did not, but that was exactly what I was going for.
Right.
Without even realizing it.
Yeah.
That was kind of what
All right.
No, well, I used AI to help me figure out what chemicals was going to go in the concoction. Other than that,
I wondered how you got more technical, but anyway, there we go. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I was trying to find. that was fun. That was a fun conversation that I had with my AI research assistant. But besides cocaine, I knew I was going to use cocaine because that was in everything in the 19th century.
Yes.
So I was like, I know it's going to have cocaine in it. What else am I going to use?
Well, I can't really think of anything. I think
I'm pretty happy with it.
I think it's good. I think you should be proud.
Yeah, that this officially concludes issue 1 of the Spirit of the Dragon and Angel of Darkness crossover.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And meanwhile, hey, next week or the week after, Danny will be back on the show. We'll get Larry in. I use Google, and see everybody then. Take care. Good night.
Later, everybody.
Later.